Hello, bonjour, bonsoir, welcome, welcome, bienvenue. Welcome to another video. Um, this is going to be this is something that's going to be hard for me to talk about in this video, and I'm going to come out and say it. You saw the title of this video. It's about a woman in France who was drugged by her husband. Her husband put knockout drugs in her food, and she consumed the food and she passed out. And the woman's husband went online and told 70 men to come over to his house and rape his wife, which happened. Yeah, so 70 men came over and raped this woman. This woman was unconscious. I've I think I didn't pronounce the word right. Yeah, she was unconscious. She was out of it. And the husband told 70 men online on social media to come over to his home in a small French town somewhere in France and rape his wife while he filmed the whole thing with the camera option on his smartphone. So he got in trouble for this, and the other men who raped his wife, the ages of these men range from, I think, around 23 years old to 70 years old. And I heard about this, and this shocked France. This shocked the French Republic, or République Française. This shocked France. Shocked the people of France. It shocked the entire world, and I heard about this. And it was the most, how can I say this? It was the most insane, disturbing, screwed up, messed up thing I have ever heard. Now, I think the husband I think the husband of the woman who was raped by all these men, 70 of them. I think they say it was 50 or 70. I don't know. Yeah, him. I think the husband and the 70 men were charged. Yeah, the husband and all the men that raped the man's wife was charged, and I think they went through court over this. And I got some information for this from CBC in Canada. Forgive me, I don't speak French. Well, I speak a little French. I've been learning French as of late. I need to learn that language. So I'm not gonna say the name of the woman. I'm just gonna like read about her husband, and the men who raped her. Okay, what we know about the 51 men accused of raping a woman. The accused are between the ages of 26 to 74, according to French media, and many have no criminal records. Warning, this article may affect those who have experienced sexual violence or known someone affected by it. How could this happen? That's one of the most pressing questions being asked by observers of a rape trial that has shocked people around the world and inspired rallies in the streets of France to support Gaspé Pericot, whose now ex-husband Dominique Pericot is accused of inviting more than 50 men to secretly rape her while she was drugged unconscious. The alleged abuses began in 2011. Dominique Pericot told investigators that the men he invited to their home in a Provençal village had to follow certain rules. They could not talk loudly, had to remove their clothes in the kitchen, and could not wear perfume or smell of tobacco. Because Dominique Pericot, 71, videotaped the alleged rapes, police were able to track down a majority of the 72 suspects they were seeking over a period of 2 years. Beside Pericot, 50 other men are standing trial. One is standing trial in absentia. Gaspé Pericot, 72, waived her legal right to anonymity and said she wanted the trial to be held publicly to alert the public to sexual abuse and drug-induced blackouts. All this happened in a quaint medieval French village, Amezat, which had a population of just over 6,000 people. According to the Telegraph, at least 3 men are from the village itself, and others are from the surrounding areas. The case highlights a number of pacifist issues like the demoralization of women, the rape of unconscious victims, and the use of technology in assaults, said Umar Khan, an associate professor of law and legal studies at Cameron University in Ottawa. But one of the most troublesome issues is the idea that marriage means ownership, says Khan, who researches gender sexuality in the law. The fact that there were so many men willing to engage in this unconscious assault, and that their ages range from 20s to 70s, meaning that there is a passive belief that if a husband gives his consent to access his wife's body, then you are entitled to common rape, said Khan. Under this ideology, a woman's body, an authority and agency, her very humanity is simply an objective of pleasure for the men. It's terrifying. It's a wake-up call. Okay. I'm just gonna stop right there. I don't want to read all of it because I don't have that much time on making this video on my smartphone. Well, I'm gonna say this. What the husband did to his wife was disgusting. It was sickening. It was shocking. It was just all around just awful. It was just bad. Like, yeah, how do I view a rapist? I think a rapist is just a scumbag. He's a piece of garbage. That's what he is. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. If I was a husband right now, and I had a wife, I repeat, I am not going to get a bunch of men, invite them to my house to rape my wife, after I drug her up. I'm gonna say this. Let me make sense of this. Well, I'm not going to put drugs in the food, knockout drugs in the food, or knockout drugs in the drink that my wife is consuming. Yeah, she consumes this and she gets and she passes out. I go and get a bunch of men, invite them over to my house, yeah, to rape her, and she's unconscious, and I'm letting all these men rape her as I film the whole thing. I'm not gonna do that. That's sick, and I'm not. That's just wrong. Because I don't. I have a conscience. I don't. It's not in me to do something like that. Yeah, men who like that are just pieces of shit. It's as simple as that. They're deplorable, worthless, slimy, disgusting pieces of garbage. They're worthless. They're monsters. They're just sex-crazed, drunken buffoons. That's what they are. And I don't want to have anything to do with a man who rapes women, let alone a slimeball pedophile who rapes and sexually assault or molests children. Those men, I don't want to have anything to do with them. In the immortal words of Doc Garcia of the YouTube channel DocG07, fuck those guys. So, yeah. And also the husband who got all these men to come over to his home to rape his wife, after all of that, he apologized. Well, he apologized. That's a good thing because, he admit that he's wrong. But, the damage has been done. He's not going to get any sympathy. And he's not going to get any sympathy from me at all. But I'm going to say this. And I believe this, and I know a lot of you believe this too, if you guys know this, or do you guys care? I don't know who watches my videos. I don't know who you guys are. But, I'm going to say this. Yeah. There's, society, I heard, feminists in society want to demonize, well, some women and feminists want to demonize all men are rapists, pedophiles, whatnot, monsters. I don't know, like, they want to say that all men are bad. Well, not all men are bad. I'm not bad at all. And yeah, I think it's wrong for a man to beat up a woman, punch her in the face, abuse her. I think it's wrong for a man to do that. And also it's wrong for a man to rape a woman. Because speaking of rape, if I want sex from a woman, I'm not gonna force myself onto her. I'm just gonna earn it, by showing her, I'm a good man, I'm a caring man, a man who treats her nice, who treats her like a lady. That's how I'm gonna get sex from her. I'm not gonna force a woman to have sex with me. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that type of guy. But I guess some of you guys who are watching this video, some of you guys view me as a retard. I'm retarded. Um, yeah, you know what? I don't give two fucks what you people think. Uh, and you know, and I have the balls. I had the balls to make this video. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna force myself onto a woman and force her to have sex with me. I'm not gonna do that. And I sure as hell am not gonna invite a bunch of men over to rape her if she's my wife. Yeah, invite a bunch of strange men over to my home and rape her after I put knockout drugs or some type of drugs in her food and her drink, which she consumes and passes out. And I tell all these men to come over to my house and rape my wife. I'm not gonna do that. No. And some of you guys are thinking, "Oh yeah, you probably gonna do that." I'm telling you, I swear to God, I am not going to be a punk ass rapist or a shitty ass husband or boyfriend. Mark my word. Okay? I'm not gonna stoop down to that level. Never gonna do that. Ever. So anyway, yeah, I think YouTube is gonna like pull this video down. But you know, I don't care. I'm just gonna make another one. Talk about something else. Ugh. Yeah. It's just, you know, hearing that story coming out of France about a husband drugging his wife and went online social media to get a bunch of men to come to his house. I mean, literally just inviting them over, asking him to come over and rape his wife. Yeah, it shocked the world. It shocked France where it happened at. And, yeah, and I heard about it. It shocked me too. And I know, like some of you, I know some of you guys heard about this. I mean, some of you guys who are from Europe who are watching this video, you guys probably care. Or you know, some of you guys who live in the U.S. or Canada don't care. Because you know, I took a look at the viewers of the videos on my YouTube channel, and people who are viewing my videos are from the United States, the United Kingdom, and Canada. So yeah, yeah, it's hearing that story coming out of France, a husband letting a bunch of men rape his wife, just sickening. It's sickening. It's awful. See, now after this, all these crazy feminists gonna think all men are just permanently bad. They already think men are bad anyway here in the U.S. But that story coming out of France is even worse. But I know I heard that the husband and the men are probably going to get off of this. I don't. Yeah, I heard about how laws work in France. If a woman or a girl is sexually assaulted or raped, she got to prove that this man who did all this to her is the one, and he's guilty. I heard that like some men got away with it, you know. That's what I heard in France, you know. I don't, yeah, I'm not into the law or anything, but okay, but trying to think here. Yeah, yeah, this story hit the entire globe. Everybody knows about it. You know, you know, you know, deep down inside, I have a soft spot for women, and I do. Even though I'm single and I don't have a girlfriend and I'm not married, you know, yeah, I'm gonna say this: in order for a man to have a woman in his life, he gotta, if he has anger issues, he got to deal with that. If he's addicted to porn, he's a porn freak. He got to deal with that as well. Yeah, he does. You know, yeah, yeah. I believe. Some men. There's, there's some. I talked about. You got some good men out in the world. And you got some men who are disabled, and these men are accused of rape and abuse to women and girls. But yeah, yeah, and I feel for those guys. But these men who do horrific, these other men who are bad, like Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, wherever he calls himself, Diddy. Yeah, those men are one of the bad men in the world, and those are the type of men I don't want to have anything to do with. And me, I don't want to be like them at all. But I'm I'm getting stronger right now, and I'm getting better. I'm becoming a better person. I'm standing up for myself now, and I'm not letting people walk all over me. But if I keep this up, I could be the better man. I could be a good man. I could be a man who will never let another man or a bunch of men rape his wife. I will never. Yeah, yeah. I will never be a man who goes out and be a pedophile and go after children. Yeah, I want to be a man who doesn't do all of that stuff. Yeah, just be a decent human being. It's like this. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You deserve respect. Everybody deserves respect. Everybody deserves to be treated as human beings. Everybody should have human rights. You know, it doesn't matter if you have a vagina or a penis. You should be treated. You should be treated like a human being. And yeah, to some of these, to the men who watch this video, yeah, women. A woman always gave a man a hard time throughout history, throughout time. That's just the nature of the beast, the woman. The woman always going to give a man a hard time. But just because she drives you crazy and give you a hard time and just fly off the handle and say things and do things that don't make any sense, Just because she's like that doesn't mean you have to put your hands on her, or worse, like beat her up or assault her. She doesn't deserve that treatment. And yeah, if she gives you a hard time, just ignore her or just get away from her. Just go and get some space. Okay? You don't have to hurt you don't have to hurt that woman or do anything or do harm to her. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. If she's getting on your nerves, if she's giving you a hard time, just don't let her get to you. Okay? Because at the end of the day, she's your girlfriend, she's your wife, she's your sister. You know, yeah. Women are women all over the world. They are our sisters, our mothers, our wives, our girlfriends. Yeah, and they should be treated better. They should be respected, and they should. And before I end this video, I'm gonna talk about the abortion thing. It's none of my business to tell a woman what she should do with her body. What she does with her body is her business. So I could care less what she does with her body. If she wants to terminate her pregnancy, due to health issues or something wrong with the baby, she's and she has the right to do that, and I'm not going to stand in her way, and people who don't want her to do that, they need to butt out because that's none of their business, and what a woman does with her body is none of her business either. So in conclusion, what do I think about a man who let a bunch of men rape his wife? Yeah, I think I said what I thought of him. I'm going to say something different. He's a miserable, worthless bastard. And he is. He's a bastard. That's exactly what he is. And he deserves all the punishment that's coming towards him. And to people like R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, Jeffrey Epstein, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. All these guys deserve what's coming to them. They deserve to be punished. I have no sympathy for them. They get what they deserve. So they deserve their punishment, and I hope they enjoy it. All right, that's all I gotta say in this video. Au revoir.